How's it going, everybody? We're back at it with another one, and today we're talking perseverance. So you know how we're doing this. We're taking this mile at a time. Because if not now, when? Let's get to it. Welcome back, everybody. So today, first and foremost, what I wanted to do is give a shout out to my son. I actually spoke about him in one of the last videos, but I want to give a shout out to him, his teacher, his class, his third grade class. The teacher is Miss Sodi. That's because last week, actually on Monday or Tuesday, take that back, Tuesday, she actually gave me the opportunity to speak in front of her classroom, and that went great. So what I spoke about was perseverance. So that's why I should want to touch on that today for everybody, all right? Because I spoke about it last week to a third grade class. So perseverance, that's just all about not quitting, and I'm not going to use those cliches where, never quit, just do it. No. How I wanted to touch on that was I was thinking about that and did a little bit of research, and it actually hit me. One of the things that I came up with, or one of the things I looked up and found was babies. Babies are a great example of perseverance, because when a baby is learning to walk, when they're going from that baby stage to the toddler stage, they're learning to walk. And once they're learning to walk, the babies don't ever, matter of fact, I got two fosters, and one of them actually, when I got him, he was, he's still a baby, toddler now, but he was a baby, didn't even know how to crawl yet. Now he's walking around everywhere. So that's the thing with perseverance in babies is, and the great example is, when babies are learning to walk, they don't just fall and then think to themselves, well, that's not for me, can't do it, and just never walk. What do they do? They get up and they try again, and they keep going. They don't stop until they're walking. Matter of fact, a lot of them try to start running. Once they learn to walk, they're already trying to run. They fall down multiple times. They fall down, bump their head, maybe little scrapes and bruises and all these different things because they're learning. But they don't stop. They just keep going until they accomplish it. That actually reminds me of one of the picture I've seen floating around on the internet. I think I first seen it on Instagram, where there's a guy with a pickaxe and he's digging this tunnel. And as he's digging, he's working hard, but then the very next picture shows where he has that pickaxe up on his shoulder. He gave up and he's walking away. But you see in the picture, right where he stopped, that tunnel, right, where he stopped, he's already walking away from it. Everything on this side full of diamonds. It's perseverance. As you kept going, maybe one more crack at that pickaxe, boom. You get what you set out to do. You accomplish your goal. So that's the thing with you just can't. You gotta keep going, because you're never gonna accomplish those goals. You're never gonna accomplish what it is you're trying to accomplish if you just give up. That time where you're being lazy or you don't want to do this for whatever reason, you don't want to do it, and all that time's gonna pass. So it's either don't do it and let that time pass, or do it, grind, trust the process, and finish. That time's passing regardless. Why not get something out of it? Like the saying too was, choose your hard. Life itself is hard. You got a lot of obstacles in your way that are hard enough. It's hard losing weight. You know what else is hard? Is being big. Having people make fun of you, body shaming you or whatever. All that kind of stuff, that's hard. Choose your hard. Marriage is hard. Divorce is hard. Choose your heart. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather, that's why I keep doing this and still putting out videos. Am I big and famous? Am I on top of the world? No. But that time for me is gonna pass. By the time I die, that time's passing regardless. I'm trying to get something out of it now. I'm not just trying to be lazy, not doing anything, and by the time I wake up at 80, which I talked about it before, by the time I wake up at 80, I got nothing to show for it. And then I'm regretting my life. I'm regretting everything. Why didn't I do it? Why didn't I take that step? Why didn't I start making those videos? Why didn't I start speaking to a class? Why didn't I start doing things? I'm not trying to live my life that way. And also, you got to take into account, not to be religious and, throw religion onto you, but they say God gives us his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. They also say that God doesn't give you what you can't handle. And that one right there is a good one for perseverance. Why? Because God gives you just enough to keep going. Life's gonna throw all these obstacles at you and all these different things in your way to stop you. Not because it doesn't want to accomplish it, to see how bad it is you want it. What's the saying? There's a quote, I gotta look it up, saying that once you are determined to succeed or something along those lines, then the universe then works with you to help you become successful, help you accomplish those goals. The reason life throws those obstacles in your way is to see how bad do you really want it as bad as you say you do? Do you want it as bad as you're grinding? How bad do you want it? Are you going to be the one that gives up and just like, oh, nope, too much, can't do it? No. But what's going to happen is if you keep grinding, you keep going. Matter of fact, I believe it was E.T. who said, Eric Thomas, who said that right before, I don't know if he was talking about himself specifically or in general, he was saying right before you reach that goal, right before you get to it, you can see it. You can envision it. It's there. It's like you're already there. You're already in it. And then boom, you get it. That's how you know how close you are. But you can't give up because, what is the thing? All these obstacles in the way, you cannot keep your attention on those obstacles. Keep your attention on the goal. This is the goal. This is what I set out to do. And this is what I'm going to accomplish. You got to stay at it. I'm telling you. Keep your eye on the goal. All these obstacles will start melting away. Don't focus on those. Don't focus on procrastination. Don't focus on not getting up early. Don't focus on all these things that are not going to help you accomplish that goal. Keep your eyes on the goal. Keep your attention on the goal, and you'll eventually get to it. It's just a matter of how bad you want it. That's that perseverance. Just like J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. I don't know how many publishers she went to for that book. But had she just went to the first one, and then once they turned her down, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to be an author. I heard she was on, matter of fact, what's the thing saying that she was on welfare before she blew up, before Harry Potter got published. Now look at her. Walt Disney, how many times did he go somewhere to try to get Mickey Mouse produced? To get everything. Walt Disney, a matter of fact, I told that third grade class, you can't go anywhere without seeing something Disney related. Whether it's a movie, a character, whatever the case is, you can't go anywhere that everybody knows what Disney is. I don't think you'll come across one person where you're like, hey, what's Disney? And they're not gonna know what you're talking about. No, because everybody knows, had Walt Disney gave up, who knows what Disney would be? There'd probably be no Disney. It might be a different company instead of Disney. Michael Jordan, I heard every time he just kept shooting hoops, making them. I don't know how many times he missed before he started hitting it all the time. Had he given up, there'd be no Michael Jordan. Who knows, without Michael Jordan, who knows if there'd be a Kobe? Who knows if there'd be a LeBron? You might have these other players, but who knows if it'd be them? Because I'm pretty sure both of those players looked up to Michael Jordan. So because of that, they fought for it, and they're not trying to be like Michael Jordan. No, they're not trying to be the next one. They were trying to be themselves. I am Kobe. I am LeBron. You know, it was just Michael Jordan who opened that door for them. So I'm telling you, you got to stay at it. So again, I wanted another shout out to Miss Odie and her third grade class, my son's classroom. And I'm hoping for more opportunities because like I said, what are we doing this year? We're going big. We're not quitting. So we got to stay on top of it. So like I said, we're taking a smile at a time. You know how we're doing this. So if not now, when?